Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me today. So today I want to talk about ordering a Tesla, some basic questions. I had a subscriber reach out to me and had like 4 basic questions. I want to go through each of those and talk about if you're ordering a Tesla, how does it work? How's the financing work? If you have your own financing arranged, the charging, the tax credit, which are all great questions, which are all applicable right now. So let's get into it. All right, so first off, let's talk about ordering a car from the Tesla website. So you really just need to go to tesla.com and you order a car. Now that we're in April of 2024, you want to look at inventory cars. Tesla Model Y long range is the best deal right now. And so if you go to tesla.com, right now when you pull up the web page, there's a screen that just says shop available. That's going to mean you can shop cars that are available at your local Tesla center. So the delivery center is going to have cars that are in inventory. Right now, the Model Y has some great discounts on it, on in-inventory vehicle, between $4,000 to $6,000, $7,000 off the MSRP of the car, which is a great deal. If you order one, if you custom order a car, you don't get those deals. And so it's worth finding one in inventory that has a similar or close to the specs or configuration that you're looking for. So at the top of the web page, if we under vehicles and then we go under inventory, that's where you're going to see that. You make sure your zip code's put in there, and it'll search within 200 miles. It'll show like the cars that are available within the dealership area that you're in. And then what I would do is I would just search by long range and then sort from high to low. That way you can see the cheapest options from low to high, because Tesla has the same car listed several times but at different prices. So it makes sense just to buy the cheapest one, because some of them are the exact same, even at a higher price. For example, the cheapest Model Y in my area right now, $44,990. The base MSRP is $49,990. So let's just say that's the car that I recently bought. If we go into details of the car, it's going to show kind of the details. The only thing you have to pay up front is the order fee. It's $250 to place the order. So to order the car, $250. That does lock in your price. That holds the car for you. If the price goes up tomorrow, for example, your price is locked in. That $250 locks you in. If you decide against the car, let's say you go through the whole process and you don't like how the numbers add up, you don't end up wanting to buy the car, you have second thoughts on it, you can cancel the order. However, your $250 order fee is lost. That's non-refundable. So I would be pretty certain that you want to go through with the purchase when you place the order, because you're not getting your $250 back. Now, if you go into the continue button after you look at the car, it kind of breaks down the numbers. There's a screen where it shows the numbers. If you go into finance, on the finance tab right here, it gives like an estimated payment, but you can do apply now, and you can basically just get like a pre-qualification just to see if you can get approved for the payment for the car. So if you haven't been pre-approved already, or if you don't have financing already lined up, that might be a good idea if you're questioning as to whether or not you'd qualify for the payment. That's something that you can do. The only other thing that you'd have to pay for right away is on the order screen. It does give you the option to add on some accessories like some mats, sunshades, center console trays, or the mobile connector or the wall connector. Those are the charging cords that you're going to charge the car with at your home or wherever you're parking the car. So if you choose, let's say you choose the mobile connector, I would always recommend at least getting the mobile connector. It's $250. If you do that and you go to continue, the price that you would have to pay is the order fee of $250 plus the mobile connector of $250. So $500 would be due today, and they will send you the mobile connector. They'll ship it out within a couple days, and you'll have it very, very shortly. All right, and then all you do is to continue, just order with your card. You just use your email. Now, the email address that you're using is important, because that's going to be the one associated with your Tesla account. So use an email that you plan on keeping for a while, that you'll have associated with your Tesla account. So you'll order, put your name, address, your card information, your email address, and then you'll get a confirmation page. Now, once you get a confirmation page, it directs you to download the Tesla app. Everything else is done through the app, as far as completing the order process, going through all of the steps, the pre-delivery steps. So once you open up your Tesla app, you'll see your order. You'll have your order number, you'll have your car, and then there's like 10 steps, and you scroll through each one of them. It's things like, you put your registration information. Who's going to be on the registration, the title of the car? Is it you? Do you have someone else buying it with you, a co-buyer? You'll take a picture of your license, your driver's license. You take a selfie so that it matches the picture on your driver's license. It then asks you, how do you want to pay for the car? This is where you can choose, do you want to pay cash for it? Like, do you just want to pay for it outright? You can do that. Do you want to use Tesla financing, or do you want to use your own pre-arranged financing? Let's say you've already applied for a loan with your local credit union. You've already been approved for the amount. You can just select third-party financing. Once you do that, Tesla will give you instructions on either how to wire. When I did this back in 2022, I did my own financing, and I was able to I just went to my local credit union. I got a cashier's check for the exact amount out the door, and I took that with me to my appointment, and that was all I needed. Tesla does have an option that you can like wire that money directly to them, so that way you don't have to actually get the check from them, especially if they don't have a local branch. You can just wire the money directly to Tesla, and then the car is paid for. Now there is another step where where it asks you, do you want to apply the tax credit to the cost of the vehicle? This is if you qualify, there is income requirements, and Tesla does list those. I'll list those right here. But if you qualify, if your income in 23 or 24 was under these amounts, you would qualify. In my opinion, I think it's best to just apply that tax credit right now at the time of sale, because they'll basically take that money off the price of the car. It's basically like getting $7,500 down payment on the car, which lowers the price, and you're not having to finance that amount. You're not having to pay interest on that amount. $7,500 comes right off the price of the car, lowering your out-of-pocket cost, lowering the monthly payment for you. So you just indicate that right on the app when you're going through the delivery requirements. And one other step, guys, this is something you need to be aware of, is you have to have insurance on the car. Let's say you're buying it today and you want to pick it up tomorrow. Well, you have to have insurance on the car. And if you can't get a hold of your insurance agent, or they can't get to you in time, or something's going on, you have to have the VIN number of the car on your insurance policy. So what I've did, and I'll probably do this in the future as well, is I just did the Tesla insurance. I lowballed the amount of miles that I drive per year. I only put like 2,000 to 3,000 miles per year, and the cost was like, it was like $100 for the first month of having the car. I thought that was fine. I paid that amount. Now, if it sees that I'm driving more than 3,000 miles over the course of the first couple of months, it knows it's going to have to adjust my premium for the third and fourth and ongoing months. So it will adjust that. But for that first month, at least gives you a chance to shop around insurances or get it added to your own policy, and you can cancel that. You get a prorated refund. So that's something you need to consider as well, as the insurance costs. You have to have it added to your policy before you can pick it up. So Tesla makes it super easy. You just follow all the steps on the app. You go through all those things. And now let's talk about the charging options, because this is the most unique thing for a Tesla, because Teslas have to be charged, not like a gas car. You just go fill it up at the gas station. This is the most unique thing. So I want to explain this in a little more detail. So here are the two charging options that Tesla offers. One is the wall connector. This is the more expensive option. It's $450. Then you got to pay an electrician to come install that. That's kind of a hardwired mount to the wall. The mobile connector, I think this is probably the better value. I would say initially go with this one. It's about a 20-foot long cord. It has two attachments. One is the 15 amp. This plugs into your regular household outlet, so you can charge your car from a regular outlet. It's going to be very slow. It's only going to charge probably 3 to 4 miles of range per hour in the car. So if you drive a lot, that's really not going to be a great option. The best option though is get your garage wired with a 1450, the NEMA 1450 plug. This plugs right in like that, and then you can plug right into your NEMA 1450 plug and charge at about 32 miles of range per hour with this cord. You want to get your charger installed somewhere along the driver's side of the wall. Like I have my wall connector right here. I have my NEMA 1450 plug up there, and even though it's at the front of the car, it still reaches to the back here. 20 feet long, the cord, it reaches fine to the back of the car. So here's my NEMA 1450 plug. So when you talk to an electrician, say I want the NEMA 1450, it's on a 50 amp breaker, and this just plugs into the box, and then you just plug this in, and then you just plug this end into the back of the car, and it starts charging. You'll get about 30 to 32 miles of range per hour on this plug. So, 4, 5, 6 hours overnight, it's going to be charged up right back up to where you need to. So this is sufficient for pretty much anyone's use. The other option, this is my wall connector. So you can see I have my mobile connector there. I have my wall connector here. I wanted to get one installed towards the rear of my car, but this just like is more aesthetically pleasing. It can charge a little faster. This can get installed on a 60 amp breaker, so it's a little faster charging, up to about 45 to 48 miles of range per hour. So if you're driving a lot, this could be a good option because you can charge a little bit quicker on this. This is probably a little more robust system if you're going to have it outside, because you can put which cars, you can limit it as to which VIN numbers of cars charge on that. So if you don't want your neighbors charging on it, You can, basically set it up so only your car charges on this. And it's more waterproof than, say, your wall plug there. The electrician charged around $400 to get this installed. So $250 for the mobile connector, and then, I paid around $400 for this plug to get that installed. It might be a similar cost to get the wall connector installed. The wall connector might be, $400, $600, $800 to install. Depends on how far away the wall connector this is away from your panel, your breaker box. Now, if you don't have the NEMA 1450 plug, or you're somewhere that doesn't have this, you can still plug in. You can use just the regular outlet here, and you can see that just plugs into a regular 15 amp outlet. It's going to charge really slow, like I said, 2 to 3 to 4 miles of range per hour, so it will get you some range. This is good. Let's say you're going traveling somewhere, you're staying at someone's house, and you need to plug in somewhere that you can plug into a regular outlet. So that's why it is good to have the mobile connector. Buy this when you buy the car. That way you can keep it in the car if needed, and then you can also charge it home with either the plugs as well. All right, guys, so those are your charging options with Tesla. The most important thing, get that NEMA 1450 plug installed, or if you're buying the wall connector, get that installed before you take delivery of your car. It's just going to make owning the car a lot easier. You're not going to have to worry about where you're charging the car. You just charge it right at home. It's going to be charged, and you don't have to worry about it. If you have any other tips, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Also, if you're ordering a car, guys, use a referral code. I'll leave mine down below. If you use a referral code when ordering a car, you get like 3 months of free full self-driving subscription, which is an awesome feature, and you can try that out for the first 3 months if you use a referral code. I'll leave that down below. Anyways, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Thanks.